Spartan Solitude, strength beyond the masses. Let's dive right into this powerful idea captured in a quote about the essence of a Spartan warrior. Picture this. A single Spartan soldier is like a thunderstorm, fierce and relentless. Though he stands alone, his spirit embodies the strength of 1,000 warriors. It's a line that hits hard, evoking raw power and unyielding resolve. Today, we're unpacking what this really means, why it resonates through history, and how it applies to standing strong as an individual in any society. Stick around as we explore the depths of this concept, from its surface appeal to the profound logic that makes it timeless. If this discussion strikes a chord, be it a compelling historical insight or profound idea, please like, share, follow, and subscribe for more. First off, imagine hearing this quote without knowing the full backstory or implications. It's like a bolt of inspiration, reminding us that true strength isn't about crowds or numbers. It's about that inner fire that turns one person into an unstoppable force. Think of it as a teaser for the kind of mindset that has shaped warriors and leaders across ages, where solitude doesn't mean weakness but amplified might. It hints at a philosophy where personal discipline and courage outweigh any collective effort, setting the stage for stories of lone stands that echo eternally. We'll get into the meat of it soon, but for now, let this simmer. In a world that often pushes for conformity, this quote whispers the secret of real power lying within the fearless individual. Now, let's break it open fully. The quote paints a vivid picture of a Spartan soldier not as part of a faceless army, but as a singular entity embodying nature's fury, a thunderstorm. Fierce means explosive, sudden strikes that shatter opposition, like lightning cracking through the sky. Relentless captures the ongoing assault, the pouring rain and howling winds that wear down everything in their path without pause. This isn't poetry for its own sake. It's rooted in the historical reality of Sparta, a society forged in the fires of constant preparation for battle. From boyhood, these warriors were trained in the agoge, a brutal system that stripped away weakness and built unbreakable resolve. A single Spartan wasn't just a man with a spear. He was a product of lifelong conditioning, where pain became fuel and fear was eradicated. Standing alone, yet carrying the strength of 1,000. This flips the script on what we think about power. In battles like Thermopylae in 480 BCE, a handful of Spartans held off vast Persian hordes, not through magic, but through superior tactics, morale, and that embodied spirit. One warrior's shield and spear could lock into a phalanx, but even isolated, his training allowed him to exploit terrain, strike decisively, and inspire dread in enemies. It's not exaggeration, it's efficiency amplified. The logic here is simple. Quality crushes quantity when honed to perfection. 1,000 average fighters scatter under pressure, their coordination crumbling like a house of cards. But one elite, with spirit forged in discipline, disrupts, endures, and dominates, turning the tide single-handedly. Diving deeper into the themes, this quote champions the free, fearless individual as the cornerstone of any thriving society. In a free market system, where innovation and personal drive flourish without chains, such individuals emerge naturally. Think of the inventor tinkering in isolation, whose breakthrough outpaces a committee's endless debates. Their spirit, like the Spartans, multiplies impact. One mind solving problems that benefit thousands, all through voluntary exchange and unhindered pursuit. Contrast this with systems rooted in Marxism or Bolshevism, where the collective smothers the individual, demanding conformity under the guise of equality. History shows these setups breed weakness. The fearless one is labeled a threat, suppressed or eliminated, leaving a massive mediocrity that crumbles against real challenges. But let's address the whispers of doubt head-on. Some might claim this idealizes Sparta too much, pointing to their eventual defeats as proof of flaws like inflexibility. Nonsense, those losses came from external alliances and sheer numerical overwhelm, not inherent weakness in the individual warrior. The logic destroys this. Sparta's system produced soldiers whose personal strength delayed empires for generations. Inflexibility? That's a misread. It was disciplined focus, adapting within their ethos to outlast foes. Or the idea that Spartans were mere cogs in a machine, not true individuals. Wrong again, each was trained to think and act independently in chaos, their spirit the very antithesis of robotic obedience. In authority-oriented hierarchies, blind loyalty might stifle, but Sparta's rigor liberated the warrior's potential, proving the free individual thrives when unburdened by overreach. Examples abound of this in society. Consider the lone frontiersman in early American wilderness, facing nature's storms with nothing but wits and resolve. He carves out homesteads, trades freely, and builds communities not through mandates, but through his embodied strength drawing others in. His spirit echoes the Spartans, fierce in defense of his plot, relentless in pursuit of prosperity, standing alone yet fueling the growth of 1,000 opportunities. Or the artisan in a bustling market, innovating tools that revolutionize trades. In a free society, he's not crushed by collective decrees. His thunderstorm-like drive scatters inefficiencies, embodying power that lifts all. Even in modern crises, the fearless volunteer who charges into disaster zones, saving lives while bureaucracies dither. His actions prove one spirit outmatches a hesitant horde. This isn't just war talk. It's a blueprint for life. The theme of qualitative superiority shines through. Invest in self-mastery, and you become that 1,000-strong force. Psychology backs it. Willpower isn't divided in groups. It compounds in the focused mind. Fearless individuals drive progress. Their logic simple. Asymmetry rules. One precise strike fells giants while masses flail. In societies that honor freedom, these thunderstorms multiply, creating resilient networks. But impose Bolshevism's yoke, and you snuff them out, leading to stagnation and collapse, as seen in historical famines and purges where individual spirit was deemed dangerous. Let's linger on the quote itself for emphasis. A single Spartan soldier is like a thunderstorm, fierce and relentless. Feel that imagery. The storm doesn't negotiate. It unleashes. Fierce. The initial overwhelm, logic dictating that shock value demoralizes foes before the fight peaks. Relentless. Endurance that logic proves wins wars, as attrition favors the unbreakable. Though he stands alone, his spirit embodies the strength of 1,000 warriors. Alone isn't lonely. It's liberated. Spirit here is the core. The trained psyche that logic shows amplifies physical might exponentially. 1,000 warriors? Not literal but logical. One elite's output equals their chaos, through discipline avoiding waste. In wrapping this up, embrace this ethos in your own life. Cultivate that Spartan spirit. Train relentlessly, stand fearless, and watch your impact thunder across challenges. Whether facing personal storms or societal pressures, remember, true strength is individual, embodied, and unmatched. It's a call to reject collectivist delusions and thrive in freedom's arena. Thanks for joining this exploration. Carry that thunderstorm within you. Stay standing strong. Stay free.